Hi, my name is Gabby and we're going to be doing a super quick ab burner. We're going to go ahead and get started seated. Have your legs around hip width distance apart, around like a 90-degree angle bend in your knees. Start to stack your head on top of your shoulders, on top of your hips. Reach out through your fingertips. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, start to curl yourself back into a halfway modified roll down. Really concave out through your body here. Feel your upper body start to dome out. Take an inhale at the bottom. Exhale, start to roll yourself up. Stack one vertebrae at a time on top of the other. Inhale here. Exhale, really feel like someone's standing behind you, pulling your upper body back. And start to stack your way all the way up. A few more like this, just trying to oil up through the spine. Exhale, use your core, maybe go down a little bit lower this time. And then start to lift up. Remember to reset that stacking of your spine between each roll down. And we're gonna do one more after this. It's gonna bring us all the way down. Exhale, use your breath to control your way all the way down. Arms end up overhead. Circle through your arms and then start to roll yourself all the way up. We're just gonna do two more full roll downs. Warm up through the core. Maybe you even start to feel your arms working as we reach through those fingertips. Last one here, we're gonna end all the way down. Really feel your heels pulling towards your glutes and release. So we're gonna start to lift one leg at a time up through tabletop. Squeeze those legs together. Knees end up over the hips. Open your arms out into a T, palms facing up towards the sky. On your inhale, start to rotate your lower body over to the right. Exhale through center. Switch, inhale to the left. Exhale through center. Key here is as you're doing this rotation, both of those shoulders stay glued to the mat. Really feel like your spine is in a neutral position. So as you're moving through this, there's not gonna be an arch, not gonna be a tuck. Really maintain the integrity of your spinal posture here. With each inhale, think length out through that oblique, that twisting. And then with each exhale, use your breath to engage through those obliques to help you come back through center. And we have one more each side after this one. One more to the right, inhale, and exhale through center. And last one. And we come through center. Sweep your legs over to the right one final time and we lower and lift. Lower and lift. Exhale on the up to use your breath to bring both of your legs back up through center. These are super tiny. Always option to just hold also and just find stillness. Two more. And last one. Lift it all the way up through center. And we move over to the other side, lower and lift. So that range of motion will be super limited, especially because we're trying to keep both of our shoulder blades glued onto the mat. Really want to protect our spine in this position. Two more. And last one, bring it up through center. And start to bring your hands behind your head. Make a basket for your head here. Elbows come into the peripheral. Take an inhale. Exhale, start to lift all the way up. And in this position, start to lengthen through your right leg. Keep both of your feet at the same vertical height the whole time. And then exhale through center. Inhale, switch. And exhale through center. Just a few more here to get acquainted in this position. Again, we're keeping that neutral spine for now. And last one, each side. Beautiful job. Now we move into our rotation. As you inhale, extend that right leg out long, and then we rotate over to the left. Exhale, and exhale, and exhale. Here we want to start moving into a spinal flexion, so you can flatten your lower back into your mat. Really feel like you are corkscrewing up. like you're wringing out through a wet pair of clothing as you're moving through this rotation. Exhale, use your breath to tap into those deeper layers of the core. And 2 more each side. And last one. Beautiful job. Now we stay over to the right and we lower and lift that left leg. Really feel your shoulder blades lifting up off of the mat. And 3 and 2. Last one. Through center. And we move over to the left. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Feel your belly button pressing to the back of your spine here. Feel how we're generating a lot of nice heat from within. And 2. And last one. Through center. And we're gonna stay lifted here. Bring both of your hands now onto your knees. Really start to dome out through your spine so you can keep your neck totally bent here. Protect your neck. Inhale, extend your arms and legs out long. Exhale in. Inhale. And exhale. Moving into our double leg stretch. Really keep that neck pulled in, but if you start to feel tension, always option to drop it down on the mat. Promise you will still feel that abdominal work. 3 more. And 2. And last one, bring it in. And release. Awesome job. I'm going to scooch down on my mat since I seem to travel during all of these movements. And we're gonna go ahead and flip over onto our side. So when you're flipping over, we're gonna automatically go into our modified side plank. So try to have your elbow underneath of your shoulder. Legs are gonna squeeze together and my knees are gonna be out in front of me like 1 to 2 inches because that's what feels comfortable for my body. Gonna start to lift up. So already here I'm pushing the floor away with my bottom shoulder. Top arm is gonna come up or it's gonna come on the hip, doesn't really matter honestly. And we're gonna lower and lift, lower and lift. So already we're starting to feel the shoulder girdles start to light up, feeling us being supported. This abdominal exercise is really concentrated in that oblique, so really feel that bottom oblique lifting you. And as you're lifting, you're going down and then you're stopping at the top at neutral. So try not to hyperextend over. We'll move into that one next. We have 3 and 2. Last one, stay lifted. Now the accent is up and up and up. So this time we're pulsing up and we're still landing in that neutral position. Try not to dip those hips down. Always option to rotate your gaze down towards your fingertips if your neck gets a little crunchy. Noticing how my bottom oblique is definitely working a lot more than it was before. 2 more. And last one, stay lifted here. Moving into thread the needle. Take an inhale, prepare. Exhale, rotate down and under your bottom arm. And inhale up. So because we're on our forearm, this is going to be smaller range of motion than if you've done this all the way up on your hand, but trying to protect the wrists in this movement. Feeling like your body is in 2 separate halves here. Really think belly button up is providing that rotation and using the obliques. Belly button down is really anchoring you, stabilizing you in this movement. 2 more. And last one. Awesome. Last move on our forearms, extend your right leg out long, right arm overhead, take an inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, in this position, our pelvis likes to rock back. Really keep that pelvis forward, driving those hips forward. Really want that body in one straight line. Also, we really want to make sure we're having our leg in a parallel rotation. So try not to externally rotate. We definitely want to go and do this crunch. But with this parallel leg, we're really focusing on the work happening in the oblique. 2 more. And last one. Extend it out long. And lower yourself all the way down. Awesome job. I'm gonna go ahead and prop ourselves now onto our hand. Final exercise on this oblique side. In this position, it's gonna be a nice active stretch. Dip your hips down, arm can sway because that feels good. And then exhale, rainbow it all the way up. Feel this nice stretch. This should feel really good. And also still get some work in the obliques. Exhale. Just 3 more. And exhale. My head is not moving at all. It's honestly just along for the ride. I'm really focusing on getting a nice stretch out through my oblique. And last one. Lift up and over. And you can sit yourself back into like side child's pose. Deep breath in and out. Start to roll yourself all the way up and move over to the other side. So already starting on this side, we are working through our obliques on the other side now. Try to keep that elbow underneath that shoulder. My knees are squeezed together at a few inches in front of my pelvis. I'm gonna start to lift all the way up. Really driving through my pelvis here. My arm is gonna come up, always option to have it on that hip if we like that. And we lower and lift, lower and lift. So my shoulder is not moving at all. What likes to happen is that we start to dip into our shoulder, really push the floor away. We want to increase that stability that we feel in that shoulder. Also in this position, I really like getting a nice stretch, honestly, out of my top arm, really feeling my wingspan expand as I reach through my left fingertips. 3 more, and 2. Last one, lift it up. Now we change the accent up. Exhale on the up. So notice how this feels a little bit different. I always see that like when I'm dipping my hips down, I'm feeling a lot less in that bottom oblique because I feel like my top oblique can help me a little bit. In this position, I actually feel mostly my bottom oblique. So really trying to, 1, maintain my posture here, maintain my form, but then 2, maybe try to manually tap into that top oblique. 2 more, and last one, lift it up. And exhale, we move into our thread the needle. And inhale up. Exhale, rotate down. And inhale up. In this position, really thinking obliques are doing this work. This arm is honestly just guiding the movement. So really try to make sure that when you're rotating down, your entire chest is rotating down. And 2 more. And last one. Awesome, lift it up. And our final exercise here, extend through your top leg, top arm. 1 line of energy out through those fingertips, out through your toes here. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. If this gets to be a lot, always option to drop it down and do this exercise on your hip. But if not, I really do invite you to stay lifted here. Press your pelvis forward, engage through your lower abdominals to keep that pelvis forward. And use your obliques here to power this movement. We have 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. And last one. Inhale, lengthen. And down. Awesome. Final move, we have that active stretch on our arm on this side. So go ahead and lift yourself up. Again, my knees are just ever so slightly in front of my body. Top arm comes up. Inhale, dropping the pelvis, dropping your arm. Exhale, rainbow it up and over. They should feel really good. In the obliques, maybe even that arm too. As you're lowering your hips down again, try not to sink into that shoulder. Really stay lifted. Really is just the hips that are moving right now. Empowering this movement. 2 more. And last one. Lift it up and over. And you can sit yourself back. Twisted child's pose. Take a deep breath in. And out. And go ahead and sit yourself through center. Final child's pose through center. Take a deep breath in. And slowly on your exhale, we start to roll ourselves all the way up to seated. And Slowly make your way all the way back down onto your back on the mat. We have a final really quick sequence to burn out through the core, and then you are on your way. Start to extend one leg up at a time, all the way up, and then drop that left leg up, down, as you lift your chest up. Hands come behind the right calf that is lifted. Really dome out, so we're not having a neutral spine here. Dome out into the spinal flexion. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull that leg in twice, and then switch. Exhaling on the twice as we switch through our legs. Keeping that chin tucked in, always option to bring that head down on the mat. And we just have 2 more each side. Use your breath to try to pull that leg in. Last one. Awesome job. Hands come behind the head, legs keep moving. So this time, because the hands aren't there to help, you may not even see that pulse. But that bottom leg, we always wanted to tap the mat. So we want to anchor and then we pulse. Exhale, exhale, exhale. 2 more each side, and then the legs keep moving and we rotate towards that leg that's up. And we rotate, and we rotate. Again, we're thinking, bringing out through our waistline. We're generating a lot of heat. I am definitely sweating. 3 more each side. Again, always option to just take the leg movements with your head on the mat. And last one. Come through center, and head comes down. Give yourself a squeeze, rock side to side. Maybe you want to take a lifted butterfly, open your thighs and feet come in. I always like this after some ab work. Releasing through the hip flexors, rock side to side. And then we find stillness. And then carefully start to make your way all the way up to seated. And that is our quick core burner. Thank you all for coming.